You saw in Tom's live shot there, it is raining out, and we're going to have to cope with wet roads right on through the next 36 hours. So let's try this on for size. The next 36 hours, we'll likely receive over an inch of rain area-wide, especially here in Grand Rapids. 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts at times, and even the possibility of accumulating snow. So if you didn't leave the state for spring break, you may regret that tomorrow, because it's basically on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the nastiest weather you can have in April. I think we'll come pretty close to a 10 tomorrow. Here's a live look at Jenison. You can see a lot of people on spring break, empty parking lot there, and the rain kind of flinging off the anemometer, which is spinning ever so faster and faster as we continue throughout the rest of the day, and the wind continues to intensify as well. Everybody's wet on Storm Track Live radar. An area of low pressure now organizing, and this area of low pressure will intensify as it heads towards the southern Great Lakes. You can see the swath of rain extending all the way from central, southwest, lower Michigan, right through Wisconsin, Illinois, and you can follow that just basically back to the area of low pressure in northern Missouri. And this whole swath is going to basically stay right over us throughout the next 36 hours. The reason why is the track of the area of low pressure. Again, just west of St. Louis right now. It's going to intensify, and by tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. should be right around the Cleveland area, and that means we're going to stay in the cold sector of this storm system, and hence the chance of snow. But as you'll see right now, if you're in the warm sector of the storm system, you have to deal with a different type of weather, and that's severe weather in the form of storms, hail, and this is going to be a big day for tornadoes, unfortunately, especially Alabama and the Georgia and South Carolina area. So if you have some loved ones down there, even though they're in some warmer climes, they're going to have to deal with that. Temperature-wise, we're right at 40 degrees right now to the mid-40s. Temperatures really aren't going to budge a whole lot more. Watch how the rain just continues right over our area. May get a brief break a little bit off to our south. We'll take you right through the rest of the day and most of tonight. I stopped it at 6 o'clock in the morning because at least this forecast model has some of the rain transitioning over to snow. I think it's going to be too wet for any accumulation on the roadways at this juncture during the morning hours, but we'll have to keep a close eye on it. Notice that wind at 20 miles an hour out of the north. Not very pleasant. I'll be doing a live shot tomorrow morning during that time frame. You don't want to miss that. And then the snow is kind of on and off. Notice right along the lakeshore you have the rain out there, then transitioning over to snow. This really could be anywhere, but the models are pretty consistent. Right around US 131, that's going to be mostly snow during the day. But it's my experience that snow that falls during an April day doesn't really tend to accumulate that much, especially when it's preceded with a fair amount of rain. And so I'm not really expecting a great deal of accumulating snow out of this. But look at this wind, northwest to north at 26 miles an hour. That is a strong, sustained wind. And again, we'll see some wind gusts between 40 and 50 miles an hour. Finally, the snow moves out late evening on Thursday. And by Friday morning, that's when we'll turn things around to much better conditions. Now, here's the rainfall or precipitation forecast. You can see it really tallies up. Everybody is going to get a fair amount of rain, and it's already quite soaked out there. So this forecast model gives us over 2 inches of rain, some spots over 3 inches of rain, but you're probably interested more in this, the snowfall forecast. And right now I'm still keeping around 2 to 4 inches, probably closer to 2 inches in Grand Rapids. There could be a sweet spot east of us, but this could change a little bit. So make sure you tune in to Bill, Steph, and Kyle Underwood later on this evening, beginning at 5 o'clock. Here's the Storm Team 8-day forecast. At least once we get beyond Thursday, we improve conditions by 10 degrees each day as we head through Friday and into the weekend with lots of sunshine. We'll dry things out, and boy, I bet we'll really start to grain things up. Emily, we're looking at lots of sunshine heading our way with temperatures by the end of the weekend close to 70 degrees, and we'll be into the 70s on Monday. The big change on Monday is we'll have to deal with some thunderstorms. What an 8-day forecast.
Interesting. It is that roller coaster of Michigan weather.
Highs in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. You don't see that very often.
You know what?